Bugatti Veyron 16.4, one of the most well-known super sports cars in the world, breaking top speeds worldwide and being named Best Car Driven All Year Award in 2005 by BBC's programme Top Gear. Welcome to AutoNerd, your car-friendly YouTube channel for all information and knowledge regarding sports cars. If you do enjoy this video, remember to subscribe, like and comment along the way. The Bugatti Veyron was first produced back in 2005. 10 years, 4 different designs, and 450 cars were made worldwide. In this video, I'm going to be taking an in-depth look all the way back to 2005 and taking us through detail and design of the very first Bugatti Veyron, the 16.4. From 2005 to 2011 came along the Veyron 16.4, only producing 252 of these with its mid-engine sports car, designed and developed in Germany by Volkswagen and Bugatti in France. Bugatti is a French car manufacturer
named after Entre Bugatti,
known for his successful design of race cars and luxurious vehicles for its day, back in the early 1900s. However, going back to the Veyron, since its launch in 2005,
the engine truly is one real beast, an 8-litre W16 quad turbocharged engine.
16 cylinders for an output of just over 1,000 brake horsepower. Think of it as 2 V8s that have been intertwined together. They share a single crankshaft with 922 pound-feet of torque, and it does 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 2.5 seconds. Modern sports cars have been struggling to match with this ever since. The reasoning behind the 4 smaller turbos over 2 large ones helps reduce the huge amount of turbo lag with this big V8 engine. The Veyron is an all-wheel drive system with computer-controlled traction control systems, Bosch stability management, and an open front as well as a limited slip rear differential, helping balance the torque between the front and rear axles of the car. In the standard driving settings, power is 30% to the front and 70% to the rear wheels. With a speed record set of 253.8 miles an hour back in 2005, however, you'll find a speed limiter being set on the road legal cars at 213 miles an hour. However, to achieve this top speed, a special key is required to insert to the section just to the left of the driver's seat. Once the key is in and the system is happy with everything, the front air differentials close and the Veyron drops right to the floor, only leaving 2.6 inches of ground clearance. Sending through this power is a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, capable of shifting in just 150 milliseconds, which is faster than a Ferrari FXX track-only model. Reviewers have said the changes between gears slip home nicely for an automatic, with no loss of momentum. Usually, automatic drivers suffer from this, but you don't lose that feel from an automatic operated gearbox in this Veyron. The main features I love about this Veyron is the hydraulic assist, speed-sensitive rack, and power steering. At 137 miles an hour, the Veyron goes into a special handling mode. The hydraulic assist lowers the car by 1 inch closer to the ground, also extending the double-deck rear spoiler, which provides 121 pounds of downforce at the rear and 177 pounds at the front at top speed, with underbody flaps that open at the front, creating a total max downforce of 330 pounds at the front and 440 pounds at the rear. The rear spoiler also acts as an air brake when traveling at high speeds more than 124 miles an hour, changing its standard 15-degree angle to a sharp 55-degree angle as quick as just 0.4 seconds, with Bugatti claiming it helps deaccelerate with an additional 0.6 G. With Bugatti's statement being correct, the wing alone helps with around 70% of the braking force on this supercar. From the help of this wing, it will go from its top speed of 253 miles an hour down to 0 in just 10 seconds, meaning the hydraulics in the wing/spoiler, you guessed it, are made from the same strength used in aircraft wings. Taking a look on the inside of the car, it's all black premium narrow leather interior with a thick 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel, lighter coloured stitching and heavy amounts of polished aluminium. For a 2005 car, this very much feels ahead of its time. You'll also notice no buttons or controls on the steering wheel, just a simple, clean and slick design all round. You have magnesium pedal shifters mounted behind the steering wheel, which of course goes round with the steering wheel and not in a fixed position. Everything you see on the inside of this Veyron is done on purpose. The sporty lightweight Alcantara as well as the polished aluminium trim. The overall styling is classy and not in your face. I love that it's not overbearing with buttons and tech. It just has the correct amount of features that you need within a supercar. As advanced as this car was for 2005, it really does take you back to when cars were more simpler made, defined more by style and comfort. On the door you have simple controls for heated mirrors and electronic movement, and a small door bin that pulls out at the bottom. The seats may seem heavily bolstered and built around a carbon fibre shell. They've been reported as pretty comfortable, having a strong amount of grip and reasonable support in the correct places. The seats have manual movement, forward, back and recline. The only downside is if you want the height adjusted, you have to take this to the dealership to be done. We even have some more storage behind the seat, featuring a small net storage and a small coat hook, which is featured at the top behind your seat. As you can tell, with any supercar, storage space is very limited. With aluminium sport pedals located to the right, these cars only come with a left-hand drive. Aluminium center console and a full Alcantara headliner, aka the roof. For the dials behind the steering wheel, you have 5 circles. In the middle, we have the rev limiter, which is capped to 4,000 RPM when in neutral or park, with slight bits of technology in the middle dial, showing your trip, temperature outside, and what gear you're in. To the bottom left is the horsepower dial, with the overall mileage too. Above that is the engine temperature, and to the right we have the fuel amount measured in gallons, and of course the speed dial down in the bottom right measured in miles an hour. The Veyron comes with a custom Burnmeister surround sound system consisting of 8 speakers with AM, FM radio and a single CD player. The radio volume is controlled with the middle circle dial and an analog clock just above it, giving that modern but retro feel with leather wrapping around the entire portion. Buttons for heated seat, launch control on the driver's side of the gear stick, and parallel with the launch control button to the right side is of course the ride height. Small storage tray in the center console, and you have a pocket in between the 2 seats that folds open. The entire car is assembled by hand. That includes the engine too, made from a combination of aluminium, magnesium, carbon fibre, titanium and stainless steel. Building the engine together has been reported to take a week in total. As you can tell from the outside, design teams collaborated with aerospace engineers to make sure the air is passing through efficiently, but also working to keep the Veyron planted to the ground. At the front, you can find automatic LED projector xenon headlights. The front has mobile air diffusers, while underneath the Veyron is as smooth as glass, like early morning lake water, helping to reduce drag. The Veyron style is to mimic the classic styling of Bugatti cars during the 1920s and 1930s. The large titanium grille at the front, with the option of the 2-tone paint styling, with a unique crest line that runs all the way up the hood and the roof of the Veyron. The Veyron does have a front storage area, popped open from the driver's side of the car, very small indeed, and not enough space for a weekend bag away with your partner. Coming around to the mid-engine, you'll notice the engine has no cover. This helps with the cooling for heat to escape from that big W16. The whole car was designed having the main focus keeping the car cool, whether passing air to the engine or feeding the brakes so air could cool those too. Let me know what you think of the overall design of the Veyron by commenting down below. And lastly, you've got 2 snorkels on top of the Veyron that help with airflow management around the car. After all, calculations have shown that the car takes in 45,000 litres of air per minute. Coming round to the tyres, they are 12-spoke forged aluminium alloys, and the tyres on them will last a range of 6,000 miles and cost £25,000 each brand new. That's pretty much an Audi R8 for the price of 4 tyres for this Veyron. The brakes are huge cross-drilled carbon ceramic brake discs that work to draw air in from the side skirts and the front lower bumper, with 8 piston calipers at the front and 6 piston calipers at the rear. Overall, the length is 4.4 metres, the width being 1.9 metres and the height being 1.2 metres, with a curb weight of around 4,160 pounds. The car has a custom-built 28.4 gallon fuel tank, That's 129 litres of fuel it will take from empty to full, with MPG being between 8 and 15, depending whether you're city or motorway driving. That's pretty impressive for two V8 strapped together. Also, dealerships state if you're not putting in high-grade fuel all the time, the car has to be detuned to allow for accepting lower-grade fuel for that W16. Calculations state if you run that Veyron with a full tank at top speed, it will drain those 28.4 gallons in just 12 minutes, doing 3 miles to a gallon. So, how much does a brand new Bugatti Veyron 16.4 cost you back in 2005? It would cost around £925,000. With exchange rates back then to US dollars, that would have been around $1,622,807. Now, in 2023, in the UK, there are currently 2 of those cars on Auto Trader available to buy for around the same starting price at £950,000, having only done 17,000 miles. This is a car you would definitely make your money back on. But first, before I finish, let me go over my 3 concerns and my 3 positives about this car. Firstly, my concerns. It costs £25,000 per tyre. Number 2, the front boot space is limited, even less than a Porsche or Lamborghini for back in 2005. And number 3, the fact you have to take the car to the dealership to change the height of your seats. But moving on to the positives, the steering wheel is clean and simple. No buttons to distract you while driving. Number 2, the huge snorkels on top just really add so much character to this car. And number 3, there's no engine cover or glass covering that W16. It's there for everyone to see like a true supercar. Thank you so much for watching this in-depth review of this unique supercar, of the Bugatti Veyron 16.4. In 2023, a car designed in 2005 still looks modern and slick. Also, a big thank you to you guys for getting AutoNerd to 1,000 subscribers. And if you haven't already subscribed, remember to do so and like the video if you did enjoy it.